Hello, class, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be looking at the latest on FC Barcelona. As usual, we start with our manager Xavi Hernandez. In a recent interview, Xavi talks Pedri, Gavi, Fati, Usman Dembele, Lewandowski, and January transfer market. We are going to be discussing on what the Barca boss had to say on those topics. Then secondly, talking about Lionel Messi, as it had been reported that Messi could play the 2026 World Cup according to an off-record interview. So guys, before we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Xavi has praised Gavi and Pedri's quality by saying that when he and Iniesta were 20, the duo was inferior to the current generation. Speaking in an interview with Barca TV Plus, the Barca manager shed light on several aspects, including the aim of the rest of the season, his take on Ansu Fati, Usman Dembele, and the elimination from the UEFA Champions League. He said, "When Iniesta and I were 20 years old, we weren't as good as Pedri and Gavi now. They are better than us," said the Barca manager. When asked about his experience of being a Barca coach, he said, "Being the Barca coach has been a roller coaster of emotions. You have to have an emotional balance. Whether we win or we lose, we have to have the same identity, and I think the fans have realized that." Speaking in the same lines, he also admitted that while people have said coaching his friends and former teammates like Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets is not good for his career, he is turning it into an advantage. He said, "Coaching my friends? People say it's not good, but for me, it's an advantage. You know them very well, like Alba, Busquets, Roberto, and Ter Stegen. But I'm honest with them. Many get angry and they don't play. It's normal, but I don't accept bad attitude." He also admitted that winning La Liga would be a fitting end of the season. "If we win La Liga, it would be a good season for us." Barcelona were knocked out of the UEFA Champions League following their 3-0 defeat at the hands of Bayern Munich. Speaking about his team's journey in that competition, Xavi said, "In the first game against Bayern in the Champions League, we were far superior, but they were more effective than us. I would say that we lacked maturity in the Champions League. We need to be more effective," he said. Following this, he was quipped about several first-team members such as Ansu Fati, Dembele, and Robert Lewandowski. Starting off with the Spaniard, he said, "Ansu Fati feels very good now, and that's why he has gone to the World Cup. I'm very happy for Ansu." On Usman Dembele, he said, "Dembele is a differential player. He makes a difference in every game. He's a special player. We have worked a lot with him on his decision making so that he always makes the right decision. I love him a lot and I trust him. He's the best winger in the world." When asked about Lewandowski, the manager said he is very humble and at the same time a great player. He has a great character and he always helps his teammates. He is a leader. His 3-match suspension was unfair. It's an interpretation of touching a part of your body. The good thing is that we have alternatives like Ferran Torres, Ansu, Rafinha, Usman, and Memphis. Barcelona will resume La Liga action on Saturday, 31st of December, with a home game against Espanyol. Speaking about the derby, Xavi said, "Before the World Cup, we had injured players like Araujo and Sergio Roberto. Now, on the 31st of December, we will have the whole team available. Everyone is now fine. We have 6 very intense months ahead of us." Also talking about the 2022 FIFA World Cup, he assessed that, "I have watched almost all the matches of the World Cup, with teams focused on the results, few teams with an attacking approach, more defensive, with the exception of Spain and Brazil. The rest waited for mistakes." Lastly, when asked about Barcelona's plan with regards to the January transfer window, the manager concluded to say, "I told Matteo Alemany not to do too much, that I'm happy with my family, a very sensational squad. We don't know if we will be able to bring in new players. I think we can be competitive. If we can't make signings, I would still be happy." Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Speaking ahead of the 2022 World Cup final, Lionel Messi claimed that this would be his final match in the tournament ever. He broke the record for most appearances in that competition with 26 and also scored 2 goals before eventually lifting the trophy. He said, "I'm proud to be able to finish my World Cup journey playing this final. What I'm experiencing is exciting. Surely Sunday will be my last game in a World Cup. It will be many years before the next one, and I don't think I'll be able to make it, so I hope I can finish in the best way," he said. While he claimed that it was his last World Cup, Leo confirmed that he will not be retiring from the national team anytime soon and that he wanted to play as a world champion. However, in an interesting turn of events, it seems we might witness Messi playing in the 2026 World Cup. Journalist Josh Vardano has claimed that he spoke to the GOAT behind the scenes, getting his confirmation on one condition that has since been fulfilled. "The last time I interviewed Leo Messi off camera, he told me, if I win this year's World Cup, I will wear the Argentina shirt until 2026 World Cup," Vardano has confirmed on COPE. This comes on the back of Argentine national team's manager Lionel Scaloni, who confirmed that Messi will have a place and the number 10 jersey in the roster for the next World Cup if he wants to be included. He said, "For starters, the least we can do is to keep a shirt for him ready for 2026 World Cup. If he wants to play, he earned that right. There is 26 places if he wants to," Scaloni said. Leo's international teammates are evidently very defensive about him as well, with Lisandro Martinez straight up refusing to let him leave after the 2022 edition of this competition. "How can this be Leo Messi's last World Cup? No, he's crazy. We will not let him leave," the Manchester United defender explained on ESPN. For the record, Messi will be 39 by that time, by the next time the World Cup kicks off in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, who are set to host the 2026 tournament. Looking critically at how this World Cup in Qatar went about, Messi still played as though he's still a boy in his 20s. And to be honest, even if he stays 4 more years, I don't see a player who have deteriorated and does not, he still plays as though he's still very young. And I definitely think that even if Messi stays till 2026 for the World Cup, he will still be good. He will still be that man who can help his team to go far in the competition. Of course, this year's World Cup, as brilliant as it was, Argentina winning the cup and Messi becoming officially the greatest of all times, being at the age of 35, that speaks volumes. And I think he has that natural ability, he has that natural skills and talents. He can carry on with his talent even as much as 40 years old. He can still be playing so well and impact the team. Even though man can't cheat nature. Definitely Messi did spoke out before the final saying that this will likely be his last World Cup game. But the way things are showing, it might not be. We can see clearly how some of his teammates and even the national team coach Lionel Scaloni really hopes that Messi stays even much more longer for 4 more years to play the next World Cup. Of course, Messi have reiterated after the World Cup triumph saying that he does not have any plan to retire soon, but at least playing some games as a world champion is what he wants. But he was trying to say that 4 years from now for the next World Cup, he doesn't think, he will still be there. It looks far. 2026 for him is too far and he doesn't think he'll be really fit to play that World Cup. So let's see, things might change according to this Spanish journalist who said Messi spoke to him, off camera, saying that he would like to still play the 2026 World Cup. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye for now.